Shadi, and I am one of the co-founders of the Black Funding Network. I'm here tonight with another fabulous woman who's been on this journey with me, Angela Ferreira. You'll hear from her in a little bit. I don't know if you know the study that the Bella Initiative did, but 9 out of 10 Black and minoritized community organizations were threatened with closure during COVID. So we just said we have to do something. That's how Black Funding Network was born. We wanted to build a community of collective giving. This is a giving circle built on people like you, people who want to be intentional with where their money goes, with where the support goes. We believe in building for us, by us. 4 million people in this country identify as Black and mixed heritage in this country. So those 4 million, if you think, £1 of the 4 million is 4 million pounds, 100 pounds is 40 million. We can do this, right? We don't have to be going to government, we don't have to be going to a lot of other places. It's for us, by us, that we come together as a collective with an intentional vision of supporting the amazing organizations working at the grassroots to support our community.
So Patricia said that she couldn't speak without notes. Did you notice she did not make notes? Did everybody notice that? I'm not taking a glance at those notes. So I do want to introduce our host for the evening, esteemed broadcaster, presenter, host, supporter, long-time friend. We met at the BBC when we were 5. And now we're 24.
Each one is small steps, and initiatives like this, whether you get £5,000, £50,000, £100,000, once it gets you off the ground and you can excel, then I think we're onto a positive thing. I'm very Pollyanna about this. So you call it the Urban MBA, so it's like the school of life.
Yes, it is basically, yeah. And it's a play on words. And it's really funny you say that, because Urban MBA is designed to talk to funders and adults. But the thing that gets people onto our course is our strap line, which is the University for Street Entrepreneurs. They all connect with that. If you look at funding and venture capitalist funding, it's all in the technological sector. In my time, it was always sport that would get you out of where you were, and we could see everybody from that perspective going into that, or music. These technologies are where the funding is created, and we have what we call 9 of them, which is AI. We're talking about quantum computers, 3D printing, the metaverse. All of those are great opportunities to break the cycles of the economy. I don't believe employability will exist in 5 years in the way that it is, and it's already going that way now when you look at things like Amazon Fresh, where there are no cashiers. Right? And so all the jobs are changing, and we need to be ready for them, and we need to make sure our community understands what they are so that they can interact properly and not be left behind like 100 years ago.
So your parents must be proud of you now, right?
It's very interesting with my mum. If I don't give her any money to send to Ghana, I'm still Kofi.
Let's commit with our hands up in the air that we will do our tiny, tiny little bit. We don't have to brag about it, don't have to tell anyone, but in any way that you can, will you promise here today, in front of everyone here, to do your tiny bit? I pledge.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and it's a real pleasure to be here this evening to talk about my journey with A to I dyslexia.
Well, as you know, I work in the arts, and I've met so many people that are creative that have dyslexia and they have the support to excel. So surely that in itself shows what you're doing is a significantly important thing.
So we got the funding from Black Funding Network, and we were so thrilled. And the funding that we got from Black Funding Network helped with dyslexia diagnosis. We were the first in the whole of the UK to ever run a Black Achievement Dyslexia Awards for Black people, and that money came from Black Funding Network. And
a short 30-minute dance performance that we're now touring around in October and most of next year. But without that money that we got from the Black Funding Network, that allowed us to go into development, to work with the dancers, to do the work, to conceive all the choreography, to commission Connecticut Blocko to do live score for us, which was not what we originally planned. Sent us way over budget, but whatever, it was great. And their music is amazing, and they work with young people, and they're playing steel pan, and it's just, everything's amazing.
Allowed us to do create templates and pilots and other things to draw in more funding for ourselves. And our need really is not really funding in my organization, it's really about expertise. Because I found once we got more experts, more people versed in funding, versed in governance, versed in trusteeship, we were able to do so many other things. Because the wealth of the Black community is not really the money, it's the knowledge, the skills, the understanding, and most importantly, our very precious heritage. What they do is so important to the Black community. So they coach you in the application, they coach you in the pitch, the evening is very lovely, it's structured, it's tight. I would advise everybody to apply. Now, if you're not successful, you still get the information and the training, which is also useful to you going forward, which is very important.